value conversion. Now, I would like to ask a question. Take care. Now I'm writing, this is called as str, you take it once. This is my data. It is directly converted. Print this now. One value I'm getting. But I want to get this Python as a single value instead of letters. If you want letters format, you go like that. If you want one line format only, like this if you want. Instead of that, you can say like this also, you can mention students like that. What is the meaning of that? Python will be as Python only. Python will be as Python only. Are you able to follow now? So coming to the point of it, here I am going to write it. Print of LST here, print of LST here. Are you able to follow? The difference between this one and the difference between this one. You must notice this concept here. So let us move to the further. Here I am writing like this. So ultimately, what is directly can be converted, which one cannot be converted directly. I'm just writing here. Go to the example. Now I'm going to say, or one more I'm going to take it. List obj is equal to, list obj is equal to list of what? Iterable object. Iterable object. Iterable object contains what? More than one value. What are the iterable objects? All sequence type, all list type, all set type, dict type. None is also not comes under iterable type. Iterable type. If at all you are interested in where iterable object meaning, I already said in the beginning time. Beginning time I said. So one more time I will take up. One more time I will take up. This is what I'm writing is very useful one. I'm going to write it non-iterable object type I am writing. Non-iterable object type I am writing. I think you are following me. These are the various varieties to create an object of list. I can say one line and I can say make it finished. I can finish it. You will come across these many number of ways in front of you. I think it is more clear about what? List. Are you able to follow? So, how many types of list objects? Two types. One is empty list, non-empty list. What is the length of non-empty list? 0. What is the length of empty list? 0. Empty list 0. Non-empty list greater than 0. Good. So, creating to the list is mutable or immutable? Immutable. What is the indexing management? 0 to n minus 1. Minus n to what? Minus 1. That 4 corner elements are going to be common. Now I'm entering into, this is about the list and you understood. But this is only 10% concept this is. It is only 10%, 10 to 15% of the concept. And by seeing this, you should not understand that I know everything. But this is only 10 to 15%. Now I'm entering into the most important concept now. Predefined functions I'm introducing. Beginning days I said, learning Python is nothing but learning about what? Modules. A module contains what internally? Functions are there. Data members will be there. Class names will be there. You know the definitions? Yes. So coming to the point of it, lost pillar adjacent, keeping like this. Keeping like this. Stand up. He's wearing a Bluetooth and all those things. Stand up. ఎందుకు అవన్నీ తీసేయి ఫస్ట్ బ్లూటూత్ అంటే ఎందుకు అది అవసరమా అది సబ్జెక్ట్ నేర్చుకోమంటే బ్లూటూత్ stand. How many types of list objects? What is the first one? Don't see on the board. Empty, empty, non-empty. First of all, when you say it should be clear. Empty set, empty set, empty list. What is the length of a non-empty list? Empty list length 0. What is the syntax for empty list? నువ్వు ఇనే మోడే బాగలేదు అసలు. Sit down. లైక్ అమీర్పేట్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ పోల్స్ ఉంటాయి ఇక్కడ చూడు పోయిన తర్వాత బయటికి అక్కడ గోయింగ్ అవుట్ యు సీ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ పోల్స్ ఇన్ అమీర్పేట్ ఆల్ బ్లూటూత్ ఆల్ అన్ని ఉంటాయి వాటికి. లైక్ వెన్ ఐ సీ యూ ఆల్ యు ఆర్ లుకింగ్ లైక్ అన్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ పోల్ ఓన్లీ. ఆర్ యూ సో బిజీ ఇన్ వేరింగ్ దట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ Bluetooth and all? Busy, huh? Are you working in Prime Minister office? Then within the class. So careful students, all of you. Now I'm entering into where? Predefined functions. So predefined functions means what? This is your life in the software industry. These functions already developed by using data structures kind of coding was used inside. Data structures, why people are fond of learning data structures in all the moments. When you go to any bigger companies, product-based companies, they will develop the languages, they will develop the technologies, they will develop any big products with the data structures only. Data structures basic purpose is what? To organize the data more efficiently by taking less space complexity and what? Less time complexity is the aim of data structures. Such type of concepts already used in where? Predefined functions of list. So those kind of functions we are learning one by one in the classroom. Shall we start off? Right. So on list object, we know that I'm writing here. We know that on list object, we can say here, can start with on list object, we can perform both indexing and slicing operations. By using indexing, what we can do? What operations we performed so far on list? Tell me. We got single value, we got multiple values. How we got single value? By using what? Indexing. How we got multiple values? By using slicing. So by using indexing on list, we can obtain what value? Single value. We can obtain single value. And by using slicing operations, on which object? List object, we can obtain what values? Multiple values. And by using this indexing and slicing, along with this indexing, by using indexing and slicing, we can update the values also. Correct or not? So by using, because when you go for looking at any requirement in software field, list is compulsory. It is a master data type. By using indexing and slicing operations, on which object? List object, we can update or modify elements of what? List. Single based assignment is called by indexing. Multiple elements modified by what? Slicing. And you have seen practically in the class. Well, so along with these operations, what operations these are, ma? What operations these are? Set operation and get operation. Setting means what? Modifying. Getting means what? Obtaining. Along with these operations, setters and what? Getters. Along with these operations, we can perform different type of operations by using predefined functions of which object? List object. Now I'm going to explain what are the functions. The predefined functions present in the predefined functions of list object list object, or I'm going to talk one by one in the class. One by one in the class. One by one in the class. So let us start understanding about those functions one by one. Students, I'm going to give you one more thing here. Coming to the point of it, now PT Basi is asking one question. If it is wrong doubt, he will write the imposition, otherwise I'll explain. While modifying the list elements, change in data types possible than previously stored data type. You write imposition compulsory. Write imposition compulsory. Sir, why? I'll show the reason. 7 a.m. I'm saying to you, when you listen my class carefully, no doubts will come. Such a crystal clear explanation I will give you. Features of Python, dynamically typed. Observe it. When you go to the static typed programming, you need to declare the variables in C, C++ like that. But when you come to where dynamically typed programming language, in dynamically typed programming language, it is not necessary to declare the variable because these languages execution environment will assign the data type dynamically depend on type of value the user or programmer enters. Already explained, no? Already explained. Might be you did not remember, but my notes is so powerful. It can solve any of your problems. So PT Basi, now tell me, I think you are understanding, your doubt is clarified so many days back. So many days back. It was clarified so many days back. Okay? So he said okay. So it's confirmation got it, okay. Already clarified. If you read my notes and come, you can qualify every interview rounds, no doubt. If you speak in the class, ultimate. That's all. Okay, doubt is clarified. Now coming to the further. Rohit, war vate. Okay. Vinal class. Nothing is there to see something more clear. Nothing is there. And first, follow me carefully. The predefined functions, now I'm writing. Look at. When subject is increasing, it should be more committed towards the subject. Daily you compare. Yesterday, today. Are we going up or not? Next day, last day are peaks. Generally, what will happen in any class? In the beginning, very hype created. Last, when they go back, they are going in the cellar. Cellar, you know, no? In the 16th floor to cellar, they will fall down. That is what generally happens. But in this class, day one, what I started, the level is going to be always increasing the graph, whether you are feeling or not. It's a feeling. When you read and come, you will get that feel. Reading, not reading and come, it's like a dog tail only. I'm straightening the dog tail again like that. So like this it can be. In Telugu, if I say dog tail, it's not good. I think you convert into Telugu and then you decide it. Okay. Now I'll go to the further. Kiran Kumar, that's true. Day by day, level is increasing. 100%. That's why this class is meant for. Okay. No outside things. I'll talk about only subject. Now I'm writing some rough work. Because some excitement students will be there. Some excitement students. While I'm discussing, they will ask some other doubt also. While I'm explaining Hyderabad, they will ask about Pune also. That's why I will write everything in the rough work. When they ask the doubt, I will tell them I'm going to discuss your doubt at so and so point. I will write it. How many predefined functions are there in list? I'm just writing. I'll show the documentation also. You see, everything I will explain. Whatever the ROSM has given in the list, everything I will give you. Look at number one is called what? Append. I will explain to you. Spell out first of all. Append off. Append off. Spell out. That bracket meaning is what? That bracket meaning is off. Okay, now? So len of, is it len of or not? Print of, type of, id of, bin of, oct of, hex of, these are all called what? Libraries. Correct or not? Yes. Come on, spell out first. Append of. Next I will write one more is spell out. Next I am going to write it one more thing called what? Next I am going to talk about one more. Come on. I'll write one more inside. Come on, read out again. Pop off. Next I am going to talk about what? Pop off. Next I am going to talk about one more thing called what? Clear off. Next one more I am going to talk about what? Poppy off. At this point of time I will discuss one thing called a del operator. Del operator I will discuss. Okay. Next, eighth one I am going to talk about index of, I am going to talk about it. Ninth one I am going to talk about count of, I am talking about. 10th one I am going to talk about reverse of, I will talk about it. 11th one I am talking about sort of, I am talking about it. 12th one I am going to sort about extend, I am going to extend, I am going to talk about it. Extend, I am going to talk about it. That is what Krishna Priya asked that question. Extend. What is an extend concept here? How to combine two lists? Sindhu asked that question. So everything I will explain in the class, students. And the only thing is you need to be clear enough. So for example, LST is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. LST2 is equal to Sindhu. So I'll write it something like Python like this. I am having two list objects are there or not? List 2 want to add to list 1. I'll say list 1 dot extend of what LST2 print of LST1. Is it not called combining two lists here? That's why I'll explain everything ma. Don't get Sindhu. It's okay ma. So for you is it okay? Sindhu says yes. Now I'll move to the further. I'll say further. Right. Understood. Now I'll explain one by one. Now in the class. So now coming to the point of it, append and insert, all these things I'm going to enter. Nikita, I will explain ma. One by one I will explain. You are at the 12th line. I am going to discuss one by one. I will explain that also. Okay na? So I'll move to the further. Shall I move to the further? Right. Let us go to the first function called append. These things are comes under the concept of a list. So go to the place. Here I am going to take it. Help also I will show you. Help also I will show you. Help of what? List. Help is called what? Function. Help is called a function. And below spread stand up. Backside. How many functions are there in list? ఇక్కడ చూస్తే ఏం రాదు. ఆల్రెడీ క్లాస్కి వచ్చావు కదా. See on the board. Is seeing here and there. Want to go out? Any work is there outside? Any tension? Any health problem? No, no. Everything is fine now. Doubt is there? Doubt is there? Cheppamma. Doubt is there? Sit down. Why are you seeing here like that? Telugulo bitter చూపులు చూస్తున్నాను. So in Telugu it is called like that. అంతే నానేది. So don't look at like that. In Hindi I don't know what is that word. So I am saying in my village it will be called like that. బిత్ర చూపులు చూడడం అంటే. అంతేనా మీ ఊర్లో కూడా అంతే అంటారా? Okay. Let us. Hindi students are getting problem. What Sari is speaking about. I am not talking about subject. I am talking about something. Yes. Telugu student. That's why. Yes. Cool. Doubt is there? Okay. Now come to the point. Help of list. See students. What is list here? Yes. And see list of what here? Iterable means what? Iterable object. Already we shown syntax or not? Additional syntaxes also I gave. So see students, some double underscore things are there. But you don't worry. I will explain in another moment of it. When it comes to OOPS, those things will be covered. Okay, it is a class. List is a class, I said already. Okay, now see that, carefully try to follow. But the double underscore functions, you don't worry, that are available inside of my general functions. Now start understanding. What is this now? Read out everybody. Only. Next, 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 next. That's all. They are the things present inside of the. They are the things present inside of that. Is it written everything or not? Yes. Tomorrow, if I go to an interview, how many functions are there in list? If I know 12 functions are there, if I tell 12 functions and you show the help also, open your laptop, help of list, tell to, I said already, these are present in list. Will say, your grandson of Rosammonted or granddaughter of Rosammonted. You say, no, I'm learner of Python, you say. Like that you need to learn. Everything like that you need to learn. No teacher will tell libraries. They will cover something and they'll say this is Python. They will say this is over. This is what is happening, students. Be clear. Crystal clear about your career. Speak about it. Expect practical knowledge from my class daily. That you apply on my class and apply the same thing on other classes also. Because already 22 years over. Next to life is how much? 28 years. 50 years for sleeping over or not? Correct? Right. So then what is the life? 24 hours you cannot work. Only 12 hours. 12 hours eating, charting, sleeping, here and there looking. It will take some more time. Then what is left out? Life is short. That's why I learn perfectly. Then I'll move to the first function called what? Append. First function I am going to discuss. Online students, now I am going to enter into the further. So, what is this first function? What is this append function? These are all the functions present in where? These are all the functions present in where? List. They are the specific functions. Here, specific functions, general functions are available. General functions, for example, what? len function, print function, id function, pin function. They are all called what? Specific general functions. Specific functions means what? They are performing operations on particular object only. They are known as what? Specific functions. Are you following? Now, I am going to take up first function called append. No problem at all. See, remembering functions and using functions in our class is compulsory. So, what is the life in the software industry? You have to remember about functions. And nobody will ask the concept of what? List. They may ask how many types of list are there, how do you create the non-empty list, they will say. They may ask all programmatic questions only. They don't ask about any write a essay on list object, 10 marks question, 15 marks question, and if you take a big answer sheet, writing the stories and everything, not possible. Write a syntax for creating an empty list. And how do you add the elements to the list? Now I'm going to start an example. LST1 is equal to 10 comma RS. This is my LST. Print of LST1 comma type of LST1 and ID of LST1. ID of LST1 I am going to take it. Whatever order you are entering, in the same order I am having. But my requirement is, I want to add one element extra to my list at the end. I want to add some element at the end of my list. Then immediately you will get a doubt. Sir, you are adding an element at the end of the list. I want to add an element in the middle of the list also. Middle of the list means either at the 0th position I can add, or in the middle also I want. Wherever you like, you can add it. That is one thing I will clarify. Number two, sir, I want to add one, you said one value, but I'm getting a doubt of what? I want to add 10 values at a time. I want to add 4 values at a time. Can I add multiple values? That also I can add. Understand? All these things I will clarify one by one. Shall I go for now? Adding, I want to add the marks to the list object. I want to add marks to the list object. How do I add marks to the LST1 dot append. What is the dot I said? Member accessor operator. Already I said in the class. Member accessor operator. Spell out. Operator. Suppose I want to add something to what a student called what PT Busy. So PT Busy dot append. I will say append of what 10. I added 10. So I'm adding append function called with respect to an object called PT Busy. So I will add one more thing called what Naido dot something like remove. Naido dot remove of what 10.75. From Naido object I am removing which value 10.75. Are you following me? Now I am going to write it something like Prajna. I am writing Prajna dot sort. I am going to write. Prajna contains some values are there. I want to put it in ascending order or descending order. I'll go for sort. These are all called what? Specific functions. Spell out. Yeah, specific functions to be called always with respect to what? Object name. Anjaneyulu. Okay. Anjaneyulu dot listen the class. Listen. Because aduka korika. So that is one desire. Even I also will have same desire in my school days. When sir will call my name, that day I am happy. Sir called my name like that. Do you have like that? Yeah, same. This habit will be there. If sir called my name, you'll get more interest on studies. Like that, Anjaneyu is also same mentality like me only. So Anjaneyulu dot write listen off. Anjaneyulu dot don't ask doubts. Happy, Anjaneyulu? Happy? Shall I move to the further? Sir, me also. I already written your name, Prajna. Full happy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, my dear students, come on, ma. So, because as a senior most teacher, I don't want to waste my time because I have to, a full journey is there. I should not talk like that. I should not do fun in the class. It's not suitable for me. Because as a senior most trainer, I have to concentrate on full subject. But when I'm starting full subject, you're sitting like a plant which is not having water from 10 to 15 days. When I add this extra advertisement in the class, you are active. Right? It is not good, correct or not? Time is wasted. Right? Well, so LST1 dot append, because we are all matured students, not a kids to make fun in the class. Understand? LST1 dot append of, I'll say here, I want to add the marks 34.56. Append will take any type of value, because Python is not a static type of programming language. Any value I can write it. So this value will be appending. Appending meaning is what? Process of adding a value at the end of existing elements of list is known as what? Appending. See students, it is added. Immediately doubt will come. Can I append more than one value? 100% you can add. Now print the LST students. Is it appended at the end or not? At which address? So a list is what? Very good. Mutable. Now I am going to say LST1 dot append of something like Anjaneyulu. So ANJ I wrote it. So it is also appended. So it is also going to be appended. At the end appended or not? So this is LST1 dot append of, I am writing here something like 2 plus 3j. Any type of value you can append it, and this is the data appended or not. Yes. This is about what is that? appending the value. Okay. One more example I want to tell you. Now, PT Basi is asking how to clear the screen. These are all very much funny doubts. In Python, they did not give anything like what clear the screen. And నేను అది చెప్తే మీరు ఫీల్ అవుతారు మళ్ళా. You are diverting me. This is a Windows. This is a Windows. PT Basi, listen ma carefully. PT Basi, are you from which state? Which state? PT Basi? Kerala. Okay, good. So, see, suppose I am having something like this. My screen is full or not? This is a Windows command prompt I am in. I'm Windows command prompt. How do you make it clear about this CLS? CLS is a Microsoft command. They have written some code inside of it. CLS, when I say, the screen will be cleared. That is in where? Windows command prompt. Windows command prompt. But when you come to Python environment, there is Rosum did not give the property of what? CLS. He did not give the property called as CLS. I have to use what? And if I say that, you will be wondering, mouse is there or not? Mouse is there. In that one, center button scroll bar is there or not? That I have to use it. Up and down I have to use it. That is an answer for PT Basi. There is no command is given for that. There is no command is given for clearing the screen. There is no command is given for clearing the screen. That's what I am starting my Python in which environment? Run as administrator mode I am running. Because you need to see the fresh screen always in the class. That's what I am using. PT Basi, I think you are understanding. Krishna Priya is asking, two data values, is it possible to append? Krishna Priya must write imposition now. I said now already, two values you can add, three values you can add, 100 values you can add. Already I said or not? That's why Krishna Priya, Sindhuja, PT Basi, Anjaneyulu, these are all my favorite students. Every class some favorite students will be there. And these are all excitement, anxiety students these are called. Anxiety is more. Okay ma, Krishna Priya, I will show for your answer within 2 minutes. Carefully follow. And for this only I will show. Krishna Priya is asking, because girls now, for girls I should say smoothly. For boys I will say directly. So, because that, for girls if I say directly, they may feel something. That's why slowly I will tell them. So how to append in between? Again, Ucha is asking. I said already, na, beginning I can add, middle also I can add, end also I can add. Usha is also entered into the excitement team only. So I'll show both of them. Look at Ma Krishna Priya. LST1 dot append of what I'm writing there. So 10 and Krishna Priya, I'm writing like this. 23.45, I'm writing it. Now see that print of LST1. See students, it is added as a inner list. Are you following me? Inner list. I am explaining inner list in my class. Already I am having some indexes there or not? Inner list. Here I will explain the meaning of what? Inner list. Because student don't know. Student excitement I can understand. But the opposite faculty credibility is important. I am the one which I'll explain everything for you. After my class listening, if you sit into other classes, you are unable to sit more than half an hour. You are unable to sit. You will come across in the further days. So this concept I will tell about. Which concept here? Inner list I will tell. Are you able to follow? So Narendra is asking, can we write without inner list? I already said no. I already said. Somebody asked. Who asked that question? Who asked that question? Sindhuja asked. You see, he is asking. Ganesh Babu is asking once again this. Can I write without that? Am I merging here or not? I wrote it. Na class lo anni untai. Everything is there in my class, but they need to listen. Okay, Ganesh Babu and Krishna Priya, is your excitement is cool now? Shall I move to my further class? So, come on fast. Krishna Priya cleared. Ganesh Babu also must be cleared. Already Ganesh Babu doubt was over half an hour back only. Now if you permit me, I'll move to the further. Is it appended at the end or not? Yes, done. Now I'm moving to the further. Ganesh Babu, are you there? So coming to the point, this I am not addressing at this stage. I am addressing at which stage? Inner list concept I will take care. So this is one thing. Now I'll move to the further. So here I'm going to enter into this stage. Here I'm going to. So here I'm going to enter into this stage. Where is that? Predefined functions. Under that examples I'm going to enter. So coming to the point of it, Ganesh Babu not responding. And he is not responding. So I don't know what he is doing. And next time Ganesh Babu is asking the doubt, I also will not respond. Otherwise, Newton's third law will not accept it. No, I will tell you that. I'll tell you. I said that only. Append meaning is adding at the end. Why the other doubt is coming? In the middle, if you want to add, there is one more function called what? Insert. Beginning only, if you ask that, you will get confusion. So coming to the point of it, I'm going to take about one more example here. I'm taking LST is equal to, what is this now? Empty. Print of what? LST, type of LST, ID of LST, and you are going to get like this. Empty. Now I want to add the data to that. How to add the data? LST dot append of 100, LST dot append of, LST dot append of something like RS. Next, LST dot append of 45.67 and print the data here. LST. Am I getting the same order or not? This is adding the data to what? Empty list. Adding the data to what? Empty list. So one by one I will explain and you will become a master in that area. If you don't divert my class, you will become a master. If you ask, if I don't respond on the doubt, you will feel that sir did not respond. If I respond, class is getting diverted. I will answer all sorts of doubts of online students. Relax and feel free to relax. I'll explain everything. If still doubts are there, write it in a single paper. Keep it adjacent. When I come to your online doubts clarification, that time I can answer one by one. Okay, now? Clearly I'm saying in the class. So list to bj dot append of what here value I can write. Which type of value you can add? Any type of value. What is the meaning of appending? Adding at the end. If you want to add the elements in the middle, I will go for using what? Insert. That I will explain one by one in the class. Because as a single faculty, I cannot explain all of them at once now. So not even anybody, it is not possible. I have to explain one by one systematically. So this function is used for adding an element or value, value at the end of existing elements of which one? List object. In the bracket called what? Appending. Here I am writing. Adding an element at the ending is known as what? Appending we can call. Are you able to follow, students? Right. This is about next I am going to enter. Append function is over. Now I am going to enter into the next function called what? Insert function. I will take it. Insert function I am going to discuss. That insert function, second one I am going to talk about insert function. So about the insert function you see. Just I will show you. Let's look into this. LST is equal to, take some data here. This is a data, you take it. A big data, you take it. This is my data. Okay. Print of LST. And the next is what? ID of LST, you take it. Now, index, 0, 1, 2, 3. At this place, I want to add my element. What is this index? 0, 1, 2. At second place, I am inserting an element called Python. Tell me, is the second element will be replaced with a new element? No, it is called inserting. Inserting means what? Without disturbing the existing element, I have to place a new element. What is the LEN of LST here? 4. Now I am going to say LST dot insert of, you have to mention the index. Which index you want to insert? 2 comma 2. 2 comma. What the value you want to insert? Python. The moment when you insert the element here, this element will be moving to the next location. Which direction it will move? Forward direction. Please look at that. Insert print of this list now. Is it going to be inserted or not? Where I inserted? In the middle. In the middle. Is it at the same address or not? Yes. You can add an element in the beginning also. You can add an element in the beginning also. Insert of 0, 0. I am writing something like what? C language I am adding. C language I am adding. Into that, it is going to be added in the beginning or not? Yes, you can add. You can also add an element in the last also. This is what I am using. Positive index I am using. I can use a negative index also. I can use it. Negative index. What is the negative index? 2. 2. Come on, students. LST dot insert of -1 comma something like Hyderabad I am saying, or something like comma 2 plus 4.5j I am inserting. Tell me what is happening. This is a -1 or not? At that place what is placed? 2 plus 4.5j, and true will move to whichever direction? Backward direction or forward direction? Forward direction. Already I said by default in which direction? Forward direction. So true will go to next. Generally people will think that 2 plus 4.5j will be the last. No. At that index when I am inserting, existing element will move to forward direction or not? So see the answer now. Print that LST here. Is it added or not? So you can insert an element based on what? Positive indexing, negative indexing. Sir, can I insert more than one value, sir? 100% you can insert. See students, LST insert of, I am saying that at which place I want to insert? 0, 1, 2, third place I want to insert. The details as what? 10 comma, 20 comma, 30 comma, Hyderabad. I want to insert. I am inserting more than one value as an inner list I am inserting. Is it inner list or not? Inner list concept separately I will explain. What is the need of inner list I will explain. Always try to learn with a purpose. Don't learn blindly. Blindly what you learn? Sin theta, cos theta you learn. What is the use of that? Matrices you learned. What is the use of that? What is the use? No use. Except Mark's memo getting no knowledge. By seeing Mark's memo, nobody will give jobs. Nobody will give job. 100% you need to have what? Applications. Applications, understanding, studies are required. Only memo seeing, getting the job is not at all possible in present world. And in coming days also not possible. Try to improve your skill on application development. Okay, now this point I will go for taking now. And inner list I am not taking now, students. Up to here I will carry. Up to here I will carry. So as an example I will write it. So are you understanding the difference between insert and append? Yes. So coming to the point of it, this is my list here, and LEN of LST is going to be like this. And now I am going to take this data, and this is what I am going to take up, and this is the data what I am having, and close. Here I am writing syntax. What is the syntax here I am writing? List object dot, come on, insert of index comma, come on, value. So coming to the point back, here I am writing, what is this now? This function is used for, inserting the specified value at specified index. Now I will write some wonderful points after 2 minutes. So if you understand, did you understand this now? Right. So coming to this, Yeah, Jamshed Khan. Good. Education system of India has to be changed into practical knowledge. That's true. Now I'm going to ask you one wonderful point. These points, when you come to an interview, I'll ask this. Actually, you don't have the doubt. I am creating that. This type of doubts you need to get it. Look at. This is my list. You see, students, this is my list. Take the data here. Take this data. This is list. Okay now? Now see. LST dot insert of 10 comma 10 comma Python I am writing. 10 comma Python I am writing. Actually, this 10, do you have 10th index here? No. So what would be the answer? What would be the answer? A, B, C, D. Number 1, adding an element at last. Next is called index error. Next is called a syntax error. Next is called a value error. Quickly. Come on. Good. Come on, fast. Index error. So you are not a good student. It is a wrong answer. Element will be added at the last. Already you understood in my class. When I say yes of what? 0:122, are we getting any index error? No. So we got an answer called what? 0 to up to last we went. Similarly, when I mention 10, it will search for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is not there. So that is added at where? Last. Last it is added. Most important frequently asked MCQ. Print this LST. Is the Python added in the last or not? Very, very important. One more. LST dot insert of 0 minus 20 comma Hyderabad I am writing. What is this minus 20? Which side? Negative side invalid index. Positive side invalid index makes it to add it where? Last. First. And the opposite. Invalid positive index makes it to add what? Last. Negative index invalid index makes it to add first. So see students, is it added in the Hyderabad first or not? It's a very regularly asking question. It's a next level question. Like that, anything you learn, you should be next level, not like normal style. If you ask normal style, if you go to an interview, they will ask most trickiest questions. Trickiest questions. If they ask this question, definitely you don't know. If I don't raise this doubt, then definitely you don't know this type of system of applications. So I will write, if we use invalid positive index, then if we use invalid positive index, then the element can be added at last. If we use what index? Invalid negative index. If we use invalid negative index, then the element added at where? First. And here I can write it. Here the index can be what? Either what? Positive or negative. This is the one. So are you able to follow now? So here, if we use invalid index, then the element is added at first. If we use positive index, then the element is added at last. These are the important points. And extreme points they are called. And I am giving the examples of these kind of things. I think you are following me. So this is about which function? Insert function. So what is how many ways you can add the data? 2 ways. Adding at the last elements. We can add the element in the middle also. We can add in the beginning also. We can add in the last also. When adding an element is coming, I can come 2 functions. One is append of, insert of. And I can modify the data. I will use index based modification and slicing based modification. Will you remember this? Right. Very, very important. So next function is called what? Remove function. Remove function that I will explain in the tomorrow class. Because tomorrow class I will go for this kind of thing. So tomorrow sharp at 7:20 a.m. See, nobody is coming late. That is a system. If I say nothing to keep this rule, you will come any time. I will allow any time. What will happen? You will go out of order. Because of that, you will become undisciplined student. No, that's a point. First point, if you miss it, total class is problem. That's a first point onwards, important. Okay. Oh, 7:20 question. So, Yashwant Kumar, can we add multiple elements at a different index at once, sir? He is asking. Can we add multiple elements at a different indexes at once? It is impossible. It is impossible. So he is asking multiple indexes, multiple times, so multiple values. ప్రపంచంలో పాజిబుల్ అయ్యి చెప్పాలి. So unnecessary things asking is waste of time. So I should not entertain such type of things first. Are you following this? So we can add the elements and we did. Tomorrow class when I come back, I'll go for this kind of concept. Thank you. All the best. Online students, you hold on. I will go for clarifying your doubt if anything is there. Online students, any more doubts are there? You can raise your hands. I'll clarify your doubts. Online students, any more doubts are there? I'll clarify your doubts. Raise your hands. Okay, students, I hope no more doubts are there. I think so. No hand raising symbol. Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna.
Sir, actually, when you do the help, okay, of int or list, sir, okay, so there it is showing all the functions, okay.
Yeah.
So, may I know like what is the meaning of those, sir? I'm trying to understand for the list actually. There is a add, is there contains, is there underscore add underscore contains.
అవి చెప్పాను కదమ్మా, నేను ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను. మీరు నేను చెప్తానని చెప్పినా కూడా మళ్ళీ అదే అడుగుతా ఉన్నారు. నేను ఇవన్నీ మళ్ళీ చెప్తానని చెప్పాను, మళ్ళీ అవే అడుగుతా ఉంటారు మీరు. నేను ఆల్రెడీ చెప్తానని చెప్పాను. ఇవన్నీ ప్రైవేట్ మెథడ్స్ అంటారు దీన్ని. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ కాల్డ్ హిడెన్ మెథడ్స్ దట్ ఆర్ యూజ్డ్ యాజ్ అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ అపెండ్ ఫంక్షన్ అండ్ యూజ్డ్ యాజ్ అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సర్ట్ ఫంక్షన్. నేను మళ్ళీ చెప్తానని చెప్పాను అవన్నీ.
ఓకే,
నేను చెప్పాల్సిన దీని గురించి వరి అవ్వండి, చెప్పనట్టు గురించి వరి అవుతారు ఎందుకు?
ఓకే సార్.
నెక్స్ట్ ప్రథమేష్.
Good morning, sir.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్.
Sir, when we insert element at -1 position, sir, in line number 53, we insert a complex number, but it inserted before true. I don't understand, sir. Because
when we are inserting an element at -1, I already said very clearly that will move to the forward direction.
Yes, sir.
In that place it is inserted. When it is inserted in that place, it moves in the forward direction only. This place, in this example I posted, in this place.
Yes. Only forward direction.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
When you place -1, this is at -1 place. This value will be inserted at that place and the true will move to forward direction, I said.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It
Now
is
I
not
understand.
coming to backward direction. Okay,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
right. Okay, students, take care, and I will upload these notes and practice it. And tomorrow class we will go for the other functions now. Don't miss it. Important.